We got some news to get into as midnight early launch and full launch inch closer and closer. Yes, it's just around the corner, boys. First off, I do want to say Thursday is going to be a transmog contest. We're doing a final transmog contest for the end of the War Within. Show off your best transmogs that you collected during the expansion on stream. That'll be a fun one, 5 a.m. Eastern time I go live. Be here if you want to be here. Also, thank you to everybody who's been subbing while I'm offline. I've been getting a lot of those lately on Twitch. I think it's some of you YouTubers popping over with your primes. I just want to say thank you, guys. I appreciate those a lot. All right, let's jump into the news here. Enough of that touchy-feely bullshit. Healers.
Let us lay waste
Scott
to this
Shots, thank you
realm.
for the sub, man, on YouTube. I appreciate that. Healers will now be able to download some add-ons. That's right. Blizzard is throwing out a sorry apology. They feel bad for the healers out there. They feel like they haven't been able to implement all the healer add-ons that are necessary for healers to really heal the way they want to. So Blizzard is actually taking back some of the healer spells and allowing them to be seen again by add-on creators. What that means is that some of your old healing add-ons will now work again the way they used to before the add-on purge occurred. Blizzard says this is kind of a temporary thing until they feel like Blizzard's own internal UI is built up enough to handle the things that healers need their UI to do. So for now, you'll be able to download a bunch of add-ons once again if you're into that kind of shit. All these spells that were once hidden from add-ons will now be available once again. You can go ahead and check out your favorite add-on, see if that thing's working again, because it just might be. So congratulations to you healers out there. Live, laugh, and love your way to WoW. That's right, modern day WoW. Look at that, how huggy and lovey this is. The March trading post is going to be live. You're coming up in shocker March, and we got some flying carpets here. So some flying carpets, some butterfly wings. I don't know what it is. I got to look at the ratio of butterfly wings to actual armor on the trading posts. I feel like every other month there's like butterfly wings and flowers on the trading post. But anyways, there's some really cool night elf themed things on this one. So if you're into the night elf aesthetic, you want to look like a badass moon goddess or something, you'll be able to transmog your way into looking like the coolest little night elf chick you've ever seen. So go ahead, get in, check this thing out when it's actually live. This will be the first trading post technically of midnight. So a nice little launch there for it. Also, the state of player housing. Yes, player housing is a thing whether you like it or not, and it is getting some updates. So people who are decor whores out there and have a ton of decor in their backlogs, Blizzard's actually increasing the amount of decor that you can store on your character. So lots more decor options. You'll be able to hold more decor items. So that's good for anybody who's worried about hitting the max on that. They'll be increasing it by about 50% in the coming weeks. Just decor storage and deletion as you approach your maximum decor amount. It can be confusing because some items don't count towards your cap. So they're planning on fixing some of that. Some items can end up being soft locking themselves without much resource. To address this, they'll be changing things to allow these items to be deleted while leaving the original as undeletable since you can't get it again. So fixing some of those issues with decor. Weird rotation bugs, housing XP losses will be fixed, and exterior limits, they're planning on updating those. Also, exterior lighting could be coming back. Blizzard got rid of those. I think some of you guys saw the Taliesin video where he put 7,000 campfires and the lighting was basically breaking the server. So yes, exterior lighting is planning on coming back. And for those of you who really enjoy pets, yes, pets are coming. You'll be able to put pets. And the interesting thing about it is you won't have a limit on the number of pets for any single pet that you can put in your house. So for those of you cat ladies out there who want 7,000 cats right around, you'll be able to do that. You don't have to have 6,000 different cat pets. You could just throw 100 black cats around in your house. Yes, so anybody who wants to do that kind of shit, you're enjoying housing, you'll be enjoying it a little bit more with these changes. Skyriding is back. That's right, Skyriding is back. For anybody who enjoys the Skyriding races, the Outland Skyriding races are now available. So this is cool, another Skyriding track. There's actually new for 2026, a new outfit that you can buy with the Skyriding Riders of Azeroth badges. So getting those, purchasing these, some cool things. There's also the really cool older ones. If you're into the Skyriding look, a really cool tabard actually from this one. So go around, fly around Azeroth and fly around the Outlands, collect your Skyriding badges and purchase some cool looking transmog. There's a new guy on top. That's right. If you thought you were on top, no, you're now a bottom, at least if you're not a Devour Demon Hunter. Devour Demon Hunters are cranking. So we're looking right now at the raids, current DPS output for Mythic Raiding, Mana Forged Omega raids. Now take this with a grain of salt. How many people are actually doing this raid right now? Not a lot, but when you look at the numbers across the board right now, actually the most people are running this with Frost Mages and Devour Demon Hunters. Frost Mages probably because they're doing decent. Devour Demon Hunters, no surprise there. They're the new specs. So they're the 2 most run ones right now, followed by Unholy, Retribution Paladins, Furry Warriors, Survival Hunters, Elemental Shamans, Bestiality Hunters, Demonology. You can go down the list and look at these. But these are the numbers for the amount of people running this right now. And here's the overall DPS chart. Devour Demon Hunters absolutely cranking. I mean, any new spec, this is what you expect. And I'm shocked that they weren't pumping this hard early on. But it looks like some of the recent changes have really led them to be the top DPSers. Now, don't forget, we're not going to get any new class buffs for a little while. At least I think until the 14th of January, February, March. So we'll see what that looks like. Again, Blizzard kind of outlaid what they're going to do with classes going forward. They gave us kind of a roadmap in terms of class tuning and when it's going to happen next. So we won't see class tuning again really until the first season starts to kick off. So this is what things look like right now. Again, does it mean anything really? No, but if you want to make a Devour Demon Hunter, I mean, man, they are absolutely pumping right now. Numbers kind of look the same for heroic runs and everything else, so you can look at this. Again, Survival Hunter actually at the top with heroic runs, Devour right behind them. At the high end, Devour still being the highest one of overall. So if you want to make a Devour Demon Hunter alt, hey, maybe it's a good time to do so. Now let's talk about preparing. Okay, you got to get yourself. We don't want to Illidan ourselves and not be prepared for the coming early expansion days. So we got early release coming up, and what does that mean? Well, it's time to kind of purge things in your account and get ready for it. First of all, these are the ways to get ready. First, update and back up your add-ons. For me, honestly, I would say delete your fucking add-ons. I've been playing without add-ons now for a little while. I've been enjoying it. I feel like the game runs smoother. I enjoy not having to update shit anymore, so this is nice, but if you do have add-ons, yeah, make sure they're up to date before you go into the new expansion. Deleting folders to free up 50 plus GB of space. This is interesting. So I've never done this. You can go into your World of Warcraft folder and delete the data indices and data config folders. These things tend to build up over time. So if you've had WoW downloaded on your PC for a long time, these folders can just continue to build up in terms of space. Some people have 100 megabytes. Some people have a lot more than 50 GBs even. So go and delete these. Warning, do not delete the data folder. If you do, you're probably going to have to run the repair option on your Blizzard launcher. If you do fuck anything up, you can always repair your WoW. That's a thing that you can do in the Blizzard launcher, so don't worry about it, but try not to fuck it up. Just delete these 2 folders, clear out some space on your PC, and be ready for things when it actually happens. Sam, you can delete your hairline. Fuck you, Dragon Sheet. That's actually a good one. I hate that you put that in chat. Clean up your quest log. Of course, yeah, deleting a bunch of old quests is something you can do for sure. So go ahead, clear that stuff out, and get ready for midnight. Obviously, we're going to be going through a bunch of new quests and stuff, so it's good to have kind of a refreshed quest look, so that way you're not dealing with a bunch of old quests on your quest log. This is an obvious one. I did this live on stream the other day. Clean up your bags, your bank, your mailbox, everything else. Get your characters ready. Put everybody in Stormwind or Orgrimmar. When the expansion goes live, everybody's XP bars will now be able to be filled once again. So if you don't plan on logging in at the exact hour that everything goes live, make sure you guys are getting some rested XP, right? Have them sitting in cities. Make sure they're going to start getting that, building up that rested XP bar. This way you can level up that much faster. When we do go live, we're probably going to get the big banner at the bottom with some kind of quest telling us to go somewhere. So be ready for that. Being in the 2 main hub cities is a good spot to be when an expansion starts. And then set up your questing add-ons and macros. Yes, and stock up on consumables. I always have Goblin Glider Clits ready to go. Did I say Goblin Glider Clits? Jesus Christ. Okay, kits is what I meant to say. I don't know. Wow. Tongue twister. Have those ready. Not the other thing that I said. I don't think those are purchasable in-game. But the Goblin Gliders, have those things ready to go and be ready to fly around, from hilltop to hilltop. Those things make questing a little bit easier. Also, some of the things you can do, as I said before, cleaning up your bags, downloading your add-ons. Recuperate is an ability a lot of people forgot that even got added to the game. This is an ability that will allow you to sit and heal and eat, stock up on mana and everything. Everybody has it now, and this is a nice thing to do while you're questing, obviously. So put this one on your action bar. Useful guild items, things that you can collect. the Shroud of Cooperation, Wrap of Unity, and Cloak of Coordination, some things that'll help you questing out there. Hit your honor cap. I stupidly spent a bunch of honor yesterday, not realizing that honor will carry over. So, yeah, if you're a PvPer out there, hitting your honor cap would be a good idea. And then get ready for the Dark Moon Fair. Guys, Dark Moon Fair is actually going to go live the same week that the expansion does, so obviously...
use another
Asherana, thank you for the 12 months, Tier 1 and for 1 year.
Mark.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. I appreciate that sub a lot. As I was saying before, Dark Moon Fair, yeah, getting the experience bonus obviously would be a big one at the start of an expansion. So yeah, collect that Dark Moon Fair Wii buff and get yourself ready to level up. Players are also using this site to track things like the Dark Moon Fair and everything else. This is a new site, so Today in WoW is linked right here. I'll link this in the chat and down below, the stream, or I should say the YouTube video. You guys can actually go to this website, and it tells you what things are live, what things are coming up. So never miss a live WoW event ever again with this one. A pretty cool website, very simple layout. I'm not paid to advertise these guys. This is just something that was on there. Yeah, interesting indeed. So never miss a new WoW event as it's coming live, or a rotating WoW event. This is a nice one to check out from time to time. And then finally, are you guys ready to pay $999.99 for a mount? That's right. Well, the community put this one out there, and Blizzard might pick it up because it seems like people would be willing to pay it. A fan-made creation on Reddit. That's right, a house on wheels. Look at this thing. Look at the description for this thing, first off. The description reads, "Don't like your neighbor? Pick up and journey the world in your mobile home to find the perfect place to settle down. The walking cottage, as it's known." This thing is absolutely massive. I don't know what this thing would look like in terms of actual sheer size, because this thing's huge. But yeah, grab your entire guild, put them in your house mount, and ride around in Azeroth. Some of the features that this mount would have: an auction house, mailbox, vendor, repair, barber, and probably a transmog station for good measure, costing $1,000 basically. I think some fucking degens out there would actually buy this thing, believe it or not. So this would be the ultimate whale mount. Show off your big dick in the game with the giant house mount. I'm scared that this is even out there. Maybe I shouldn't have brought attention to it, because I think Blizzard's going to see this shit and be like, oh my god, our community's more degenerative than we thought. They'd actually buy a $1,000 mount. Yeah, like you, Sam, I'd even buy the fucking $90 mount. So, I mean, you're talking about me buying this thing. Probably not. But, people would, I think, buy it. It would be something that people would actually want to ride around on. Would Blizzard ever do this? Man, it'd be a tough one. I don't know. The money grab would be there for sure. But I think the backlash from the community would be insane. Also, this would be a problem. You know, with all this shit available on a mount, you're talking about entire hub cities no longer being useful to people who have this mount. I think it'd be too much of an advantage, honestly. This would almost be pay to win at this point. So we'll see if this ever actually happens. But a fun one from the community. Hilarious looking mount. And for today, that is all in terms of news.